The third mas'ala I want to talk about, inshallah ta'ala, today, the way in which you fast on Ashura. Yani the levels of how you fast in Ashura. And this is again taken from the kitab Zadul Ma'ad by Ibn al-Qayyim al-Jawziyah. Okay? And you can find this as well in the kitab Fath al-Bari. Hafiz ibn Hajar took the kalam of Ibn al-Qayyim and he brought it in his kitab Fath al-Bari, which is the Sharh of Sahih al-Bukhari. There are 3 levels when it comes to the fasting of us now fasting of Ashura, how we can fast. We've spoken about the legislation of Ashura in the 4 stages we spoke about. That's how it was legislated in a chronological order. Now we're going to talk about how we fast in the month of Ramadan, the month of Ashura, the levels in which the scholars mention. Ibn al-Qayyim mentions that it's 3 maratib, 3 levels. The first one is Ayyusama yawma Ashura. The person fasts the day of Ashura, and he also fasts with it a day before it and a day after it. So he fasts on the 9th, and he also fasts on the 10th, and he also fasts on the 11th. 3 days now. And this is based on Al-Imam Ahmad and Al-Bayhaqi, what they narrated in Hadith Ibn Abbas. Where Ibn Abbas, he said that the Prophet ﷺ said, لَإِن بَقِيتُ إِلَىٰ قَابِلٍ, if I live next year, the Prophet said this, لَأَصُومَنَّ يَوْمًا, I will fast a day قَبْلَهُ, before it, وَيَوْمًا بَعْدَهُ, and a day after it. So this hadith says a day before it and a day after it. This means the 9th and the 11th. This is what? Nas, clear, direct. Then there's a second stage that Ibn al-Qayyim mentions, which is that you fast on the 10th and you fast the day before it, which is the 9th. So you fast on the 9th and the 10th. This is the martaba al-thaniya. And the evidence for this is the hadith of the Prophet ﷺ, which we mentioned before, which is the one in Sahih Muslim, where the Prophet ﷺ, again Ibn Abbas narrated this one, where the Prophet ﷺ, he said, لَإِن بَقِيتُ لَأَصُومَنَّ, if I live and I stay, إِلَىٰ قَابِلٍ, if I live next year, لَأَصُومَنَّ التَّاسِعَ, I will fast the 9th. They said, look at this, he only said the 9th. He didn't say anything else. Some scholars, they use that. And then there is the 3rd level of fasting, which is fasting only on the 10th. Fasting only on the 10th alone. And this is based on the hadith of who? The hadith that we mentioned before, where the Prophet, he said, يُكَفِّرُ السَّنَةَ الْمَاضِيَةِ, anyone who fasts on the day of Ashura, that day, his sins will be forgiven in which he committed the year before. So you can do any one of those 3. You can fast on the 10th alone. If you want, you can fast on the 9th and the 10th. That's up to you. And if you want, you can fast the 9th, 10th, and 11th. All 3 of them. And that is the best. To fast all 3. 9, 10, 11th. That's the most complete version. The best. And as Muslims, we have high aspirations. We take the best. So inshallah ta'ala, fast on the 9th, 10th, and the 11th. Okay. If you cannot fast, then the Prophet ﷺ, if you can only fast 2, then fast on the 9th and the 10th. Why do I say that's better? The reason is because you might change your mind and enjoy yourself, and you can go to the 11th. You have that option. But if you say 10 and 11, he's missed the 9th day. You told him to miss it. So it's more virtuous to fast, the 9th and the 10th. And the person might say, you know what, Allahumma barik, I want to go another day. He has the option. So that's why the 9th and the 10th is better. And every deed, which one is better? the one that's done quicker than the one that's delayed. صح? So it's better to do 9th and 10th. And if you feel like you want to go for the 11th, you have the option, rather than saying the 10th and the 11th is the best. Because if the person takes the 10th and 11th, he would want to have fasting on the 9th, there's no option anymore. He's missed that opportunity.